What's good? What's good, world? This your boy, the Cosmic Cultivator. New grow run. Today I'm going to be unboxing my new setup, showing you the seedling stage, all the way up to the veg stage, including the ones I keep and which ones I didn't keep, especially a big mistake I made. And I'm going to be explaining why I turned my 4x8 into a 4x4. In this series, we're going to be learning a little bit in real time and documenting the process while keeping it educational. This is an educational video. Contents are for adults 21 years and older where legal. Nothing is for sale. I'm not providing any sources, and I'm just documenting my indoor growth. All right. With this here bundle, I'm starting with this series. In the beginning, I started with the VUDEO Aerolite A100 SE 100 watt LED and the T4 inline fan rated at 210 cubic feet per meter, and the E42A Wi-Fi controller that I got off of Amazon. It was supposed to be new, but it came used, or some parts of it came used and some parts of it came new. If you want to watch that, you can watch it in the last video that I released, but I'm gonna be laying everything out. First, the airflow is a big deal because it affects temperature, humidity, and how quickly the tent recovers after watering. We got ourselves the light. I'm going to keep the early settings conservative because seedlings do not need intensity. They need consistency. I'm focusing on a stable environment, clean airflow, and predictable watering. We have ourselves the controller. My goal with the controller is not to get fancy. My goal is to stop the environment from swinging so I can know the exact readings and what I can do to change the environment to keep it perfected. So I just want to try to stick to one thing only. Here you see it. You think about airflow in plain terms. The light adds heat and the plant adds moisture. And the exhaust will keep everything from turning into a roller coaster. I'm aiming at a steady condition, general leaf movement, and consistent air exchange, not a wind tunnel. Now the ceilings, this is the part people sometimes skip, but it is real. Not every seed makes it, or not every seedling makes it. I'm keeping the ones that are showing strong early growth. Also keeping the ones that have good color, upright posture, consistent new growth. The ones that stall never really took off, I'm not gonna force it. Maybe you just leave it as is, see what happens. In this run right here, we're including the Northern Light autos and Jack Era autos. I'm keeping it focused on the grow itself and how the plants respond. I'm going to show you my early routine and watering. I had to water with a bottle, what I'm tracking day by day, and I walked through the first day. Big mistakes I made you can avoid. So for the blending of the soil, we have ourselves Fox Farm Ocean Forest, and we added in the 444 by Gaia Green and these other things, with 1 cup of worm casting per gallon. So everything is according to how much soil you're going to be using. I didn't have enough soil for all of the 5 gallons that I wanted to use per tent, so I ended up going with these here 1 gallons, as well as 2 fabric pots. I wanted to check to see if they were gonna make it, so I seen 2 that looked like suspicious weirdness going on, so I was just gonna just trash those ones and start over with 2 more or 3 more ones. Not trash 3, we'll keep 2. It was a little bit hard decision because we also have super stretch going on with this one, but this one is still a little small. If you're following this, drop a comment. Seedling, veg, or flower. Where are you at right now? Today, the real growth of light and watering life. I'm watering by hand because I don't trust myself to automate yet. I made a huge labeling mistake, and yeah, we're transplanting into different pot sizes, 5-gallon, 1 gallon, and a solo cup test. For some reason, I got this fan and now it's just clicking. I just got it. Maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We're about a month in now, and we're looking nice. I think 5 weeks. Yeah, we're about 5 weeks in here at this point. As you can tell, we still have one plant that has stunted growth. For some reason, I have no clue why it ended up that small. And for this one here to the right, we just decided to start topping these beauties. Try to get some more growth going. Also, low stress train this one into the left. Topping both of these on the right. I was thinking about trying to high stress train it, but then I was like, oh, this is a little bit too late into flower. We won't be able to do that, so we're gonna end up just leaving it as is. I'm not coming in here like I'm some perfect grower. I'm documenting this because I'm experimenting, learning, and I want you to learn with me. I'm going to be showing you the wins and the mistakes and what I do to change it without pretending I know everything from day one. I'm learning like you're learning. I'm trying to figure this out just like you. So appreciate you sticking back here with me and trying to watch and learn as we grow as well. This is old content here, but I figured I finally found all my footage. I can finally continue the grow. I know some people are out there gonna be like, how come you just didn't upload if you didn't like have your video or your footage? And I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I just wanted to keep everything in the process of me growing so we can document my process of growing and becoming a better grower. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are doing. What are you up to right now? We just finished our grow on some OG Kush. We also finished our grow with some banana biscotti, and we finished the grow on some wedding cake. We also cloned wedding cake. We also cloned some Gorilla Glue. Oh my gosh, we've been through so much, ladies and gents, my gromies and gromets. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for coming through this video, wondering what's happening, whatnot, what have you. Like I've said, I've been growing for a while, for almost 2 years now. I've been making content for the same time that I've been growing. Like literally, once I started growing, I've made content right away. Because why grow when you can also show your grow? You know, you can make some friends, make some like-minded people with you as you grow across the software. See, we got a bend here. Trying to do a little low stress training or high stress training. I have no clue what it is, but I'm stressing it out, so I'm bending it here and there and trying to get some more buds out. But we got some deficiency going, or maybe some, I don't even know, maybe nutrient burn after we transplanted the pots. This is 3 days after the transplant, and we still have a few cups and some clear cups. I don't know. I use clear cups so I can see the roots. I can know that it's time to change. Keeping that in mind, I should have use darker cups, but you know, that's for past me to worry about. This is future me now saying, hey, I'll know a little bit more from what I've done from the past that I shouldn't have done. I'm a better grower now. Doesn't mean I'm an expert, just means I'm a little bit better at growing now, because we did run into some grows. The last grow we had thrips. So after this grow, you're going to see that I have a lot of grow deficiency going on and some things going. And we're back in the tent. We had to split the tent up because our plants were getting a little bit too big for the 4x4 tent. So we ended up bringing this 2x2 out, and then we ended up switching all of the plants up around so that we can have like an even amount of plants in here. So I'm assuming these 2 or these 4 plants that are in this tent are all the same. Maybe don't quote me on that one. Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I messed up. That was me. I didn't label them, and that's the result of trying to do things a little bit too hasty without knowing anything. Learn from my mistakes so you don't make the same mistakes I've done. Label your plants. Some of them I just assume, this might be this one, this might be that one, because when I was transplanting these plants here, I forgot to take off the name tag for the plants and put them into the soil. After I finished transplanting, I was like, wait, which one is which? Let's get back into the tent and the 4x4 now, and we're going to do a little bit of defoliating, moving things around, and trying to expose some of these bud sites. We ended up, like I said, changing the 4x8 into a 4x4, and after that we also popped up a 2x2 tent so that we can also have 2 tents going as well, because we didn't have enough space for that one tent right here to cover all of the plants. That's on me. So for the light right here, we ended up ordering here the AW200 SE for the 4x4. I picked up the AW200 SE so the main tent has proper lighting coverage. Last run taught me the lesson: don't stretch your light across a space that it can't handle. A quick timeline we're expecting for these autoflowers often roughly will land around 9 to 11 weeks. Window from sprout depending on how the conditions are. So we can also have it start auto flowering by itself. That's why it's an autoflower. It'll autoflower on its own. For the Northern Light autos, it's commonly around 8 to 10 weeks from sprout, sometimes longer if the early stage was slowed by stress or was just slowed by environmental changes. For the Jack Hare autos, it's often around 9 to 10 weeks. This is the main reason why I wanted to grow these 2 together, because the end time is around roughly the same, but it could also take a little bit longer depending on how smooth the run goes. And I'm not going to be harvesting by calendar. I'm going by how the plant develops and whether it's truly ready. So now both tents now have the plants split up. We got both tents having each plant in their respectable size pots. This is the one we topped here. I believe we probably topped this a little bit too early, but oh well, it happens. We ended up picking up a new fan because the last fan was a little bit, I don't know, it was just a little bit too expensive that it broke within the last 3 weeks of using it. I wouldn't say break, it just started clicking, making those clinking sounds. So quick recap, we're downsizing from the 4x8 to a 4x4 because the lighting cover matters, and we didn't have enough lighting from last one. I watered by hand to avoid big mistakes. I messed up by not labeling early, and I transplanted into different container sizes, and then I transplanted because the plants got a little bit too crowded. So now we're splitting into 2 separate tins, a 2x2 and a 4x4. That one right there was the 1 gallon. So we are doing still the 1 gallon pot, and I'm liking it. I don't know, I'm trying to figure out if this is the way the light should go. How do we cover the canopy or get even coverage with the light? So I've heard that you can underwater your plants, but you can't overwater it and have it turn out well. So I've been underwatering it, and that's what you can see here. That's what's going on. And we're gonna come back here a little bit later on and check out the change. Well, we also cut up some strips. I'm seeing some more fungal gnats, or just gnats in general. There's no fungal because I haven't been overwatering, as mentioned. See, you can see a little drooping going here. A lot of drooping actually, but it's okay. We'll come back. We got one challenge. We're going with the 1 gallon challenge. So we'll see how that turns out. So we're actually like shooting 3 or 4 different kind of videos here, which is actually pretty cool, to be quite honest myself. But we got this one, I haven't did well to it actually. Look how it looks. It's like burning on the edges and stuff like that. I think it's probably just too much nutrients. So I kind of cut back on the nutrients for this plant. You can see that it looks like potassium or some kind of nutrient deficiency happening here. So if you know, let me know in the comments below what you think is going on with this. I've been feeding it some Fox Farm, the 3 nutrient blend. Yeah, so this is what we got so far. Looks like it's stacking well here. A little bit. Like the 3rd cola from the bottom is catching up. Wait, 1, 2, 3, the 4th node from the bottom. Actually, apologies. The 4th node from the bottom, almost the last node, is catching up. Look at this one. That one's catching up as well. So we might end up having a whole like bushel. That one back there is looking a little bit little than that one. So yeah, awesome. Okay, catch you in the next one. So we just got into the tent, and before I start doing it, this is what I'm going to do today. Is get into the tent and start clipping it down to try to get some more light penetration into it. But this is what we got so far. We're looking good. This is my first time growing like this, and it's looking fantastic. Compared to the other ones in here, like in order for me to make this look like a bush, I planted 2 plants into this one, and this one took off like crazy as well. So I might end up moving the clip off soon to help give it some water into this. But yeah. And now we're back, and that's what I got so far.
we only took off 4 leaves, 2 from the bottom and 2 from inside. So 2 from the bottom. I don't know if this is good or not, but they look like they're getting some deficiency. If you know what this is, let me know in the comments below. It looks like it is, but at the same time, the rest of the plant looking well. Knocking on wood. But I'm just trying to experiment with not taking out too much. I've only topped her 1 time, and that's about it. Other than that, this one I have not topped. I'm not going to be able to. This was a late plant as well. This one I planted and it did not like grow at all. So it's kind of stagnant in growth because of that. Let's see if we got the knuckle going. Perfect. It's perfect. I bent it all the way through. And it kind of like, it snapped a little bit. But it did not hinder its growth. But we're gonna remove that off so it can start growing now. Same with this. I try to do it with this plant, but this one kind of like grew before I can even do it, and now it's a little bit too hard, and I'm afraid it's just gonna snap. Let's see if we can get a clip on this though. That'll be good. I don't even know if I should do that. I'm gonna leave it. Trust myself. Trust myself. Yeah, trust myself. I don't know what's up over here. But we got 2 going at the same time right here. Looking beautiful right here. For this method here, I'm just tucking as much as I can away into the canopy. Just tucking and tucking and tucking. That's all I'm doing for this, is just tucking away. I don't know if I should take these fan leaves off or not, or just tuck them away too. Or these light leaves, I don't know what you call them. Fan leaves. Not an expert, but I'm getting there. We'll figure this out together. Appreciate you guys for checking out the video, checking out everything. Shorts, if you're watching on a short. But this is probably the first plant, knock on wood, that I even grew, and these plants are not really turning as usual, per usual. Like these plants has changed a lot. Maybe this is like some deficiency of, I don't know, you let me know. There's some form of deficiency going on here. The strange thing about it is that this is in flower, but yet it's still growing new bud sites. So I don't know about that, but that's weird.
Some flowered early, and some didn't flower yet. Some are still in veg, which is crazy. What you want to see is that. That's what I've been told, at least. You want to see your plants in veg while this is going on. You rather see this, your plant vegging, looking like this. All right, don't worry about the camera angle. Don't worry about why is it looking like this. Just worry that this one right here, Georgina Bush 2.0, is looking crazily big right now. I have no clue. This is supposed to be an autoflower, ladies and gents, my growmy and gromets, but it's growing outrageously bushy, like Georgina Bush 2.0. You want to figure out what that means? Go check out my last grow series where I grew one and it turned into like a big bush. That was some dopeness though. So now we're officially running 2 tents now. We got ourselves the 4x4 here with the I believe it's the AW200 SE, and then the other 2x2 has the A100 SE, which just means that it's just cheaper than the regular non SE models. The SE, I believe the SE models have a little bit less electricity, which means it gives you less wattage for your plants being used for grow. When also, I believe it's the diodes, don't quote me on it, but the like the LED diodes that are used in the lights as well are not as good as the regular I believe the regular AW200 and the A100 are more powerful than the SE counterparts. At least that's from what I found online. I'm like, they're cheaper though, a little bit. If you go for the one with non-SE, it's a little bit more expensive than the one that it's like those, like a cell phone. You get yourself the iPhone, but then they have the iPhone Pro. We got yourself the VivoSun A100, then you got yourself the VivoSun A100 SE. They both do the same thing. You're just paying for a little bit cheaper. I don't know. In my head right now, because I've already invested into the SEs. Might as well keep going. It's already cheap. It's getting the job done. Might as well get it going, baby. Yeah, we're doing well. For some reason, I'm still not having enough room in this here. So I was thinking about probably splitting it up. Like it looks like we should only be having 4 plants in here. But like I said, we converted the we got 2 tents going, and we converted the 4x8 into a 4x4. And that's why you're seeing one wall looks all weird like, because that one wall to the right is the floor. So that white wall should be the floor. That's all. I can't. I don't know. I can't. The only thing that I can think about is putting these plants into another tent, separating them. That was my best bet. I'll invest in getting a better light, because the first lights that we got, poo-poo. Got a poo-poo grow with that. We were like budless for like 2 months. So I took it upon myself that if I'm going to invest in the grows, then I'm going to invest in not going to no like dispensaries or anything like that anymore, because there's no point. If I can do it myself, then I'm just going to do it myself. If I can grow an apple, why go to the supermarket and buy apples? Type situation. I don't know. But we're back in the tent here. We're looking spiffy. We got some nutrition blurs here. These are the two plants that are switched first to the right, and we switched over from watering by bottle to now watering by canister. Just like a little watering pail that I got off of Amazon for about 20 bucks. And I figured, hey, if it might work, man. I've got tired of bending down and watering these plants by hand. So I figured I might as well just start everything out in this big old jug here. I don't know. Maybe it was a dumb idea, because after a while, without cleaning this properly, it started getting mold on the inside, or it started smelling like mold on the inside of the bucket, or some foul water. I'm like, this is disgusting. So maybe that's also why my plants here was not doing well. Maybe because the jug was contaminated and I'm giving contaminated water. I don't know, man. Some of these plants are in veg and some are not in veg. But for my other tent that we got going right here, we have 2 plants going in this one tent, this one pot, you can say. So we got 2 plants, 1 pot as an experimental grow, just because.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with our grow. So far, we've taken 1 plant out of here. I believe these plants to be the same. This plant shall be the same as this plant, shall be the same as this plant, shall be the same as this plant, and this plant. And we have this plant that's already in flower mode. This comparison to this plant, that plant. Possibly this, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We mixed up the seeds, but look at where we're at so far. We're in flower. We got our 1 solo cup here going. People thought it wouldn't last. A lot of people were like doubting it and stuff like that. But look at it, it's going strong. It looks like a weed that would be growing outside in a shrub or a bush or something like that. No way am I gonna be yielding any kind of like smokable yields from this. This is all gonna be popcorn, if not larf, if not like, you know, some stuff that I'm just gonna turn into edibles. I don't know. Same as this one. This one started to flower early as well. I have no clue why, but we got this one flowering early. It's okay. This one's stacking and doing this thing, and this is the reason why I like do multiple grows.
Keep in mind, this is in my beginning stages of growing as well, so I really didn't even know if I was gonna do this 100% or actually invest any more money into this. I figured, hey, if I'm gonna do this, I might as well just try it out. The worst thing that can happen is I waste 100, 200 bucks, 300 bucks maybe. Now I'm figuring, hey, I'm getting a little bit better at this. I'm figuring out what's going on. I'm liking it. So I might as well try to invest into it a little bit more. Got myself a new light, got a new watering process, and we're looking good. We got a new, at this part, we got a new source of soil. So we're now getting our soil
Here we go.
from online, from Fleet Farm. Because before we were buying from Amazon, and then Amazon had a lot of gnats all the time, and it was expensive to get soil. It wasn't easy to get the soil. Here's the 2 tents side by side going. Yep, we still got this one here in veg. This is the pot that was like the 2 plants in 1 pot. This is our 1 gallon 1 challenge pot here, looking beautiful, doing well. Looking like we need a bit of cleaning up too, so I'm gonna get underneath here and start cleaning off this larf underneath. There's a little bit more space over there, so I'm gonna probably end up moving these back. Yeah, we're looking beautiful. We got our 2x4, we got our 4x4 right here to the right, and we got ourselves the 2x2 to the left. So we're gonna go underneath here and time to defoliate. Try to get some underneath. Just keep falling. So there we go. We got her trimmed down. She's looking beautiful. She's looking fresh. Got her cut. We've got light going in through the canopy. Yeah, we got all of them trimmed up except for this one needs a little more love and tender care, but hey, we'll get to that soon. That's for another day. That's for future me to worry about. But we're good. Plants are all watered. This one's getting, I don't know, nutrient burn, I guess. They're all looking the same. It's because I put the Fox Farm nutrients in here, and this has Gaia Green. This has no Gaia Green. This has no Gaia Green. This has no Gaia Green, but I overdid my thing here, and I put in the wrong nutrients for this plant. So now we're stuck with this giant, massive looking beauty here. But look how tiny it is. It's like the smallest one in the bunch. It's smaller than this, I guess. No. This is what these ladies are looking like with the lights out. We got ourselves some beautiful stacking going. Looking beautiful here. This one's starting to flower. I have no clue why is it way behind. And this is our second tint here. Looking nice. We still got our solo cup right there. She sleep, she good. As you can tell, this is just some quick setup. Environmental at 76 with a 59% humidity. This is the next day after showing you what it looks like with the lights out. We got ourselves the intake fan. We got ourselves the exhaust fan here. Life's good. Finally upgraded our light. Oh, that was nice. Thank you, pass me. Like I said, this is the floor to the right because we turned our 4x8 into a 4x4. Whenever I get a little bit better at growing, I'm gonna make myself that 4x4, or I might end up putting the I'll make my 4x8 and then put the 4x4 inside the 4x8, or I have 3 2x4s, so I can put 2 of them in there. That'll be dope. I don't know. But we're looking like some of them are almost finished. As you can tell, we also in the back in the back left corner is the 2 plant 1 pot challenge or whatever. Two plants, 1 pot. Here's a zoom in of how these ladies are looking. Super hairy, like nothing I've ever seen before. This is weird looking for me in the beginning of my growth, so I didn't really know what I should be expecting from here. I'm like, oh yeah, these are looking almost done, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, what is this? So for me, in my opinion, this is definitely a deficiency. Could be potassium. Let me know what you think. I don't know. I'm not really good at growing. Like I said, I'm just growing and going with this. This one has the same deficiency, but we have 2 plants, 1 pot with that. That's dope. So back left grows. are looking wet. We got ourselves a little makeshift setup here. This one has the same deficiency as well, or maybe it's just nutrient burn. I don't know, man. Like I said, at this point, I just let this plant grow as it is because I don't care. This is gonna be. It's just an experiment. I'm not gonna be using it, like I said, for anything. It's just gonna be chucked into the freezer till one day that's needed to be making some butter. All of them looking hairy as mess. So it's super hard to understand with my brain. It's trying to like comprehend what, like which plant is which. You done messed up, Sonny. All the plants are now not the same. This one has some weird foxtailing going. In my opinion, all of them were foxtailing. I just believe that the environment was weird. We're making our way. Making our way. Maybe the deficiencies are happening because the plant is sucking out the nutrients from the leaves. Maybe that's what's going on, and I don't even know. But we just watered her, and I wanted to quickly get a little bit of video footage of what's going on in here. We did top this. I want to say we topped this last week of before we ended up getting some more burn. So we waited a little bit until week 4.5, and then we topped the soil with 284 and some worm castings. Just checking out this. We're just checking out the trichome structure, or seeing if these are almost finished. We are using a jeweler's loot at the 50x magnification option. For some reason, they're looking like they're in veg, but yet they're still looking like they're in flower. This is pretty cool. I'm liking it. Like I said before, I'll get better at growing. Eventually, once I get better at growing, I'll start using photo periods. Because in the beginning, I started growing with only autoflowers, thinking like, hey, autoflowers are easy. I don't have to worry about the flowering process. It just flowers on its own, and I don't have to do much about it. Besides just water it. That was a long break in between saying just water it. But we do got some nice looking frost on the fan leaves as well. Sick. Looks like a under the water type of situation. At least that's what my lady says. When it's zoomed in like this, it kind of looks or resembles somebody underneath the water or in the ocean or a reef. I can kind of see it. I see what she's saying. I switched the plant or flipped the plant around so I can try to get some more shots of this. What's up with the structural like stacking of it? I've never seen or haven't seen anything quite like this before. It's like flowers growing on on it or something. I don't know. This is definitely some form of foxtail for sure. Or at least that's what I've looked like. I've looked up online and it's looking like it's foxtailing next to some nutrient burn curls. Man, I don't know. I just let it grow. To be honest, there's nothing else I could have done to it, or to it, or for it. All right, now we're back. We're coming up like straight up to the end of flower for these beautiful things here. We already took out that 1 gallon plant. It was already finished in comparison to everything else in here, or at least I wanted to just try it out to see if it was good or not. It's in a 1 gallon pot. It's not really that big of a yield, so I was like, might as well just take it out, dry it, chop it. Let's see it. See, you know what I mean? When I mean chop it, I mean like adult breathe-ins. I don't know if we can say those type of things here on YouTube, but I know you're not able to test quote unquote your grows on YouTube anymore. You're not supposed to test your grows. You're not supposed to show your weight of your grows. I don't know if it is correct or not, but you're not supposed to have the trichome structure or talk about it or something. I don't know. All I know is that a lot of videos lately have been getting age restricted. I know that the last video didn't get age restricted because I had posted it up as just a video for me unboxing the VivoSun setup here in the beginning. And for some reason, I try to re-upload it because the audio was really bad with the music overpowering my vocals. And then those videos got copyrighted. Like, what? All I did was lower the volume and re-upload the video, and now it's got not copyrighted, it got age restricted. But it was just me unboxing a fan exhaust kit system. Like, that's all.
Let's get back into the tent. Let's see what's cooking in here, baby. Oh man, look at these beauties. That is a thing of beauty. I don't even know how I was able to grow it, but I think it's just down to genetics or luck, because this is what all the other plants are looking like. This is all the other plants in here, ladies and gents. All my gromies and gromettes. Like, I don't even know what to do with this one anymore. I'm just confused as much as you are. These plants are all doing differently. Like, these are all the same plants. This one is doing differently than this one, and this one is definitely doing way differently. This one was the seed that couldn't. I didn't even know this was gonna grow. And now look at it. And I wish you could smell the smells that are coming out of this. Oh my gosh. So lovely. How much time do you think we have on this one? What about this one? How much time on that one? And last but not least, what about this one?
For the most part, 8 weeks in here now. At the top left plants, the big old Georgina bush 2.0, I believe, in my opinion, has about 3 more weeks. So we're gonna give that a little bit more time to do some more growing and showing, so that we can get a little bit more better results or better grow buds from it, you know, something like that. But I was thinking about, why is it looking like this? How come this is the only keynote out of all of them that turned out this way? And I'm like, man, I wish I could clone this, man. I don't know. I can't. It's an autoflower. You can't clone it, so they say. So I was like, if we could, I can clone this here, and I can try to reproduce the same results again. like this. This is what we're working on right now. Vegging tint. That's for our next video. That's a little preview. If you like what you see, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. We're gonna be dropping more content soon. This is season growth 4. This is season growth 5. Trying to perfect the craft of growing before I even start putting out the videos. It's gonna be put out from season 1 to season whenever. It's just growing. Why not? From not flowering it, or I don't know, because we left the light. It's on 18 16. I mean, oh damn, it's on 18 and 6 throughout the whole cycle. So there was no time where I turned it to 12 and 12. Jeez, it was so hard to get them damn numbers out. No crunching numbers for me today. But look at that back of the curly head, looking like that's the devil's curly head. No, that's the devil's curly hair. If you know, you know that Ned Flanders-ness. So for the container sizes, the 1 gallons, we were in there watering the 1 gallons at about I want to say 3/4 of a liter, half a liter every 2 days, 3 days. So from what I found online, a lot of people have been saying that not all your plants will go through senescence, where the plant cannibalizes its leaves and the leaves start changing color so that it shows you that it's ready. So because we're growing organic, sometimes the plant doesn't do that. So yeah, got myself checking the soil here to see if we're able to put this here in the 24-hour, 48-hour darkness. A lot of people recommend if you put it in a 48-hour darkness or whatever, it helps the buds take it helps the flavor. A lot of people recommend if you put it in the 48-hour darkness, it helps the flavor profile. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's not going to hurt anything, quote unquote. I don't know. That's what it's not going to hurt the plant if you just, okay, we'll just give it a try. If there a lot of people are recommending it, or some people are recommending, and if it's not going to affect the plant, why not give it a try? Almost all of the pistils are brown or amber in color. 48 hours. It's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 48 hours. Oh, jeez. The tint's been in complete darkness for the last 48 hours. Look at those buds, man. Just like, bam. Looking super icy in here. It has some good smells as well. Some good smells. Some might argue that you're pulling it early. I'm not gonna lie, I might be. But at the same time, I do not have time. I have to get into the next grow so that we have space. Or get this cut down so that we have space for the next grow. Because at this point, I'm using the starter tint that I used in the first season of because at this point, I'm using the first, like, look at that foxtailing. My gosh. That is some ultra foxtailing on this. A lot of people recommended, like, if it's on a foxtail, it's gonna lower the quality of the grow. So I was like, man, it's either I take it out now or I just leave it in there and let the quality of it keep getting diminished. I don't know. They recommending it. I don't know, man. I'm just some guy trying to figure out how to grow indoors, not knowing what's going on, using sussable equipment and sus recommendations from sus people online.
All right, I got this next one out. I didn't really want to record, but just trim it all. I don't know if anybody want to watch me do trimming and stuff like that. It's not really a big deal. But look what I got with this, man. I just had to record. Like, there's no way that I grew this. I've seen so many people online growing, and I've never thought that I'd be growing something like this. Look, like it's so big that it's hanging down. Got you some flowers. Showing up to her house with the right kind of flowers, like. Fat nuggets. The root structure, the stem structure looks so crazy. And all I did was tie these down with the bud clips. I should have used a net, but it's webs. Now let's get to trimming before we hang this, because I'm not going to hang this like this, because I guarantee you this is going to get some rot going if I hang this plant up like this. Stay tuned, y'all, for season 5 in the future. Showing up to our house the right flowers. The girth of that stem. Usually I don't even grow things like this big. Usually the stem is usually like this skinny. But this is like, I don't know, 2 times the amount of growth size. 14 weeks. Looking beautiful. I'm not gonna leave any of these leaves on here because this definitely can lead to some sort of rot going on or some mold. So let's hurry up and get the trimming off all the excess leaves.
And bittersweetness has occurred. Bitter because I didn't want to cut it down, because sweet because once it's dry, it's gonna be some fun. Now I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wet trim it, meaning I'm gonna trim this here plant whilst it's still basically wet as I just cut it down, versus drying it and then trimming it. How do you think we did, chat? Here's a little close-up. I got some flowers for you, madam. Happy Valentine's Day. Give her this for her Valentine's Day. See what she says. The most expensive flowers I can give you. Forget roses. I got budses. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. This your boy, the Cosmic Cultivator. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you're growing. Shout out to the sponsor of this video, me. Shout out to me for doing this. Yeah.
How you make it, how you wanna make it, how you make it, how you wanna make it, how you make it, how you wanna make it, how you make it, how you wanna make it.
Hope to see you in the next grow. I do have Grow 5 going, so if you like videos like this, if you want me to make them smaller, or do you want me to make them longer, like this long form, then we'll keep it this way.
How you make it, how you wanna make it, how you make it, how you wanna make it, how you make it, how you wanna make it, how you make it, how you wanna make it.
Let me know in the comments below if you like long form videos like this, or do you want me to just keep them short, like the 6-minute, 8-minute video, and then combine them together to a 30-minute seed to harvest video? Or do you want me to just pop out one full hour, hour and a half seed to harvest video? Because I can do both. But make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you're growing on, how things are growing for you. Until next time, it's the Cosmic Cultivator. Peace out.